friends at Soul Naturals. I am here today to introduce one of the best harmonica players that I have ever heard. Also the only harmonica player that I have ever heard. You all know him as Cory Anderson. I like to call him Dad. He would also like me to introduce him as Super Lips. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with Cory Super Lips Anderson.
Thank you, Lauren. And actually, I want you to stick around here for a minute, if you don't mind. I want to thank this young lady for being with me, for being my daughter, and for the kind introduction. And also just a shout out to all my fans at Soul Naturals. I hope you know that I wouldn't be what I am today without you. And so, thank you. And Lauren, thank you. And
You're welcome.
yeah, and if you could stick around.
Go.
No, I'd rather you stick for a sec if you don't mind, because number one, I think you're going to like what you hear, and also I need your help with something. Okay, do you know how to count? Do a countdown?
I think so.
Well, no.
What do you need? What do you need?
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
with some feel. Okay.
Okay.
Give it your best shot. Let's go.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. That was great. Thank you for that.
Take that. Thank you. It's exhausting, draining. But, well, Lauren, thank you. And you're welcome to stick around and hear me play some more. Or...
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm going to go.
You sure?
Yeah, you did. That was great.
All right, thanks. All right, tell Mom hi.
Okay.
Okay. And to all of you, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, who is this guy? I mean, here he is. He was co-founder of Soul Naturals. He was a lawyer, and he's given up everything to just hit the road and play harmonica for the people. So yes, I am living the dream. I'm doing what I imagine most of you wish you were doing. But at the same time, I hope you always know that I will remember you. I'm going to stay grounded. I know what's really important in life. And Lauren, did you bring my Soul Vital? I need Soul Vital. My lips get parched without the Soul Vital. Just never mind. We'll just take care of it later. Actually, can you just hold on for a minute? Thank you. Okay, what you just witnessed was not real. It was a dramatization. I'm not, as you have certainly figured out, I'm not going pro as a harmonica player, but it is something I really enjoy. It's something I actually just started doing about 3 years ago. My mom bought me a harmonica for my birthday, and it just stuck. And it's probably one of the greatest birthday presents I've ever received, because it's something that's brought me a lot of enjoyment. And it's presented a lot of challenges as well over the last few years, and I've loved it. And unfortunately, I may be the only one who loves it. I don't think the rest of my family or others have come to the point where they actually enjoy listening to me. They haven't said that, but I can sense it. But that's okay. It doesn't faze me. And I'll tell you why. I want to read you a quote from Kurt Vonnegut, the author, who said, "Practicing at any art, no matter how badly, makes the soul grow." I think that's actually something that psychologists almost uniformly agree with. But it's also, I think, a very accurate description of my experience with the harmonica. There was also a recent study in New Zealand where they concluded that engaging in creative activities contributes to what they call an upward spiral of positive emotions and to psychological well-being. It contributes to people feeling like they're flourishing in life. Those are all obviously very, very good things. But there's a psychologist whose name is honestly almost impossible to pronounce. I wrote it down just so you can see it. I'm going to call him Dr. C. But he's quite famous, and about 30 years ago he came up with this theory or concept that basically is that people who are engaged in activities or tasks that bring them knowledge and fulfillment can actually reach a point or a state of flow. And what he means by a state of flow is they can become so immersed in the activity, so absorbed by it, that they actually can lose track of time or place, or even forget maybe that they should be tired or hungry. and they can emerge from those things instead feeling energized and happy. And I tell you that because I think maybe occasionally I have experienced that state of flow playing the harmonica. I'll give you one example, and it's a bit embarrassing, but I'll tell you anyway. I do, on the way to work and on the way home from work, I oftentimes am playing the harmonica. I now have a collection of harmonicas that I keep in my cup holder. And I also oftentimes will stop by Chick-fil-A for some breakfast. And one day I was in the drive-thru, and normally I'm very careful when I'm playing in the car not to play if other people are watching me. I'm also, by the way, careful to keep my hand on the steering wheel and my eye on the road when I'm driving. But on this particular morning in the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A, I was really getting into what I was playing, and I don't remember what it was. I don't remember how long I was jamming in the car, but I remember all of a sudden looking up, and in the car in front of me, I could see that the woman, the driver, was watching me through her driver's side mirror and just smiling. And obviously, it was a bit embarrassing. I put my harmonica down, but then when I reached the place to pay for the food, the woman said, "Well, you don't need to pay because the car in front of you took care of it." And I'm sure that it wasn't because the woman who was driving liked what she heard. In fact, she wouldn't have heard it. My window was closed, but she probably enjoyed the fact that I was so oblivious and so immersed in this harmonica playing that I wasn't even aware of how other people were watching. And she probably got a kick out of that. And anyway, and I did, by the way, end up paying for the car behind me just to kind of cap off this nice morning. But one of the things that this Dr. C talked about when explaining this state of flow is that it's important for us to find activities that are, tasks or activities that are sufficiently challenging but not overwhelming for us. I think he used the term, they should be of just manageable difficulty. And they should also be things that are a nice fit for us. In other words, that they should be well matched with our personality. So I am willing to admit, for example, that not everyone will be drawn to playing the harmonica. It's not for everyone. But there are apparently many, many other things that can serve this same purpose, that can bring this type of fulfillment and happiness. And I was just thinking about all the things that I know people who are engaged in activities like landscaping or writing or drawing or painting or designing. Lon Hudman is starting to play the ukulele, which goes back to my earlier point that you can be even bad at things and still achieve these same benefits that we've talked about. So I guess what I want to leave you with this is, again, harmonica is not necessarily the surefire path to happiness and fulfillment. It's been a nice thing for me, and I hope to keep playing for as long as I'm around. But I do hope that all of you can find your versions of harmonicas, find those things that help you to thrive, help you to flourish. I also just want to close by saying I miss all of you. I'm sorry that we can't be together as we normally are for the in-person conventions, but we'll experience that again. In the meantime, I'm glad we at least have this way to communicate, and I wish you all the very best, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. So take care.